CJ, your World Weaver. I'm here today with Remore, who apparently doesn't ever insert the damn the context of this. And I'm here with Grim. Say hello, you two. Alright, fair enough. Right. So, when we last left off, we had just finished up on the Zhao homeworld. I believe that you guys basically just left the planet, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You didn't really do anything? Alright, give me a minute to put on some music. Oh, you're fixing the ship?
Yeah, apart from that, we tried to fix the engine and all that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll just say give me a spare time roll. I'll move over to scene 1, by the way. That probably works.
One sec, I didn't add on my engineering, which is...
Oh, there you go. Just proc for me. Jesus. My internet's kind of breaking. That may be why, because I'm showing up my YouTube channel. Right. Oh boy. This again, huh? This probably isn't good. Oh geez, whoa, Are you guys able to hear me? Hello? Hello? Right. That's probably not good. What the heck? I'm concerned. Oh, okay. Are we good? I don't know. I'm good? We're good? We're okay? Okay. You get 9 plus 2, huh? Can you guys hear me? Or am I audible? Do I sound okay?
Yeah,
you sound fine.
Okay, cool.
I'm not a problem with.
Alright. So I got 11, which means in that case, you probably do some minor repairs to the engine. There's some, like, scuffs and minor damage that you guys repair, but it still will require, like, a proper shipyard to do, like, full-on repairs to this thing. The detached engine is probably somewhere out by, like, the planet that you guys went across earlier. I don't remember what it's called. Let me see. Cerberus. It's probably out by Cerberus right now, floating inside the whole junk ring. You can probably manage to salvage an engine if you go and work with a trader or something as well, but there aren't any on just off of world quite yet.
Okay.
Right. So, in that case, turning on orbital promenade. Oh wait, that's wrong. That's better. So, you guys end up traveling a pretty decent ways. The first 12, 21 days go completely fine without any real issue. You guys get about here before anything happens. First of all, Grim, can I get you to make me like a awareness roll?
Can you make it based off of my character sheet, please?
Alright.
I'm not looking at the computer.
Cool. Can do. Character sheet. What is
I'm
your
at like a
awareness?
I'm at like a +1 or +2.
+1, yep. In chat, /roll 3d6 +1. 18, wow, okay. So that's me probably a 22 for your Grim.
Well, how many
That's a 6, a 5, and a 6.
2.
2, then yeah, just add 4.
Okay, yeah, that's a 22. So, as you guys sort of maneuver through space, there is a... Well, there's a freighter. There's just a standard trader. He looks completely fine, and he hails you guys on his comms.
Pick up the hail.
Alright.
Hail and well met.
Hello
Might
and
you
well
be?
met. My name is Salazar. I'm a trader from over near the Alabaster sector. Sector? Is it planet? Is it sector? I don't know. Out of character. This is fine.
How about
Alabaster is a
the
planet, but
planet is out the core sector, for lack of a better term.
I'm pretty sure it's a jump from here, though, isn't it? Like a proper warp?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's over
a bit
near
of
the
a
Monopoly
way.
Belt. Yeah. So basically, he's just gonna nod. He's gonna say, "I came from Alabaster. I'm bringing goods from the corporate homeworld over towards Haven. Real quick, I've heard some pretty bad stuff about Haven recently. There's these weird black ships on the horizon. Apparently, they're doing some damage around the planet. Do you guys know about that?
We were on Haven. Sure, we were on Haven hearing those reports, and we made our way off Haven before they started showing up. We were more than a few light years away before we were more than a few light years away before we saw any news reports talking about Haven being attacked.
Alright. I need to try and track down a piece of paper that explains all the different roles. I had a piece of paper with all of them on it, but apparently that's gone. What was the roll for bluffing? I seem to recall there was one for doing that.
Conversation.
Yeah, roll me a conversation check.
Brando?
Right. I forgot about that. You're not currently at your computer.
Yeah, and I don't have it. I haven't gotten it. I can make the roll. I can make the roll. You just need to tell me what the modifier is.
It's 0. You got a 7 anyways.
Okay. I'll pull up that on my side and
Sure.
just relay the numbers.
Sure, fair enough. So the corporate guy is sort of silent on the other end, and he's like, that doesn't... Are you sure about that? You sound pretty... Right. I'm not going to ask any questions, but how safe is it for me right now?
Probably not that safe.
Understood.
I would be cautious for sure. Because we've continued to get reports of those black ships being everywhere.
Right.
Which is not
the dockyard was pretty much torched.
Which out of character is not terribly far off because we've actually been getting those reports.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
I'm not lying, the truth, but
not exactly.
Circumstances
Yeah.
As to what we did, as to what happened, well,
they're not quite there. Yeah.
We were on the planet when it got attacked. What do you do?
Yeah.
We were able to get off planet pretty quickly, but it was a bit of a.
All right, fair enough.
It was a bit of a clusterfuck, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. Well, I guess that makes sense. So, before we go any further, do you want to buy anything? I'm carrying you some goods from Alabat. And then the feed cuts off. There is a crackling noise, and the side of the ship literally explodes. I'm gonna drag you guys into a combat. So...
What?
I'm dragging you guys into ship combat. What is about to happen?
Okay.
There.
I
Oh.
hail.
Yeah.
I blew up. Well, we'll start that. I blew up in a comms channel. I blew up in a comms channel to the rest of the ships. Everyone, get ready. Get ready for a fight.
There are several like callbacks with just like affirmative or at the ready. Sirius sort of like has run out. Has probably been in the back of the ship this entire time, and he's probably gonna radio and like, I got the engines. Celeste is
Thank
gonna
you.
say. Celeste is probably gonna say something like, I have some of the operation systems. And then some of the other people are just gonna radio in with helping hands.
Okay.
Who's it ready?
I'm gonna need it. Do we have any heavy cannons on the barn door?
The barn door has artillery cannons. They do a front and side arc. They have a lock-on of +4 and a strong hit of 5 to 6. It is a crack battery weapon.
You know, how many people can man those things?
Just
Or
one,
are
I
they just
think.
automatic? Or are they just automatic?
No, it's me.
It's probably gonna be Remore manning this thing. I need to pull open this, I think.
Okay, that's fine. I just needed to know because I need to make sure make sure we're using every resource we can and available. Plus,
Makes sense.
if it's a pilot,
Yep.
if it's a pilot, can
Trolling.
also make rolls for the fire case of a dog fight.
True enough, true enough. Okay.
You know.
Sort of. You cut off a couple times, but I think I get the gist. Right.
Dog fight roll. I can make the rolls for
Okay.
system.
Okay. So so you're just gonna be sticking to operations then? Oh god. Oh boy. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Sorry, that was
Okay.
just a massive cutout on everyone else's
Hold
part.
on.
I think we're good. Right. Yeah, we're
Command
good.
and skill. Do I have the command and skill?
Do you have command? Yes. Just give me a moment. I'll pull this
Go.
up. Felsalis.
More at Chi.
Yeah, give me a moment.
I've read it.
My computer's mildly lagging out. You have a command of +2. Command of +2.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Yeah, because I've got +1 command.
So, right. I think the way that this is gonna start off is with rolling 3d6 for each person.
Okay.
Or no, just roll me a d6 straight up. Remore if you want to do like no, just Remore if you want to roll 3 sets of 1d6 for me, just so I can get like a general accurate estimate of the goons without doing any tampering. Just in case people, for whatever reason, tell me I'm messing with it. Alright,
There you go.
so Goon 1 is 5. Barn Door versus Goon 2. Reroll a d6. Remore. Right. So that's gonna be Goon 2 in second place. Wait, no, that's Goon 2 in first place with 6. God, what am I even doing? Ah! Sorry, I'm just having a moment apparently. So Goon 1 is in first place with 5. Goon 2 is in second place with 3. We have the Barn Door and Goon 3 with a 2. Cool. So immediately starting the combat, Goon 1 is going to... What? Something going on. Oh,
Sorry.
God. It's fine. Okay, I want to try and pull up what these guys have. That is a total of 14 defense and 13 shield? 13 shield. And then armor-wise, we got 3. 14, 3, 13.
I think the big ship is ours.
The brown one is yours.
Oh,
The
what the hell is that big thing then?
that silver thing is the frigate. That you guys are trying to protect right now. So I am going to give an action to these guys. I need to roll a command roll, right? Rotate 45 degrees, full burn. That's gonna be a skill roll of 8. Slash roll 3d6 with an 8 or better. That's an 8, cool. So the first action that this guy takes is to move 45 degrees. Set their head on. And it's probably going to be a matter of... I don't know how to really move in this. I was never really told this. So I'm going to say it's just going to move 3 spaces. And that's probably its first turn. Full move +2. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, in that case, Goon 2 is going to do a attempt at a full burn as well. Slash roll 3d6. 8 or better. Right, Goon 2 rotates 45 degrees. It's gonna do the rest of its action to do a full move, so that's probably 2 extra squares. Goon number... Okay, nope, we got the barn door next. So, who is piloting the ship, who is doing engineering, and who is doing gunnery?
If I remember correctly, Sirius engineering and
Yep.
Remorse supposedly is doing gunning.
Yep. So, Sirius
If I'm
engineer.
flying this damn plane.
Okay. Sirius is engineer. Remore gun. Give me a minute. And that's gonna be fall on command. So fall, what is the thing that you are going to do here? You can use any of the command rolls. So full burn, which is rotate 45 degrees. Maneuver, which is rotate 90 degrees. Direct crew, which is a 14 roll minus crew. Or strafe run, which is versus the enemy's defense. So basically activate your guns and shoot the thing in front of you.
Where am I? I was about to say, where am I in relation to the weapon, to the ships?
You are the brown icon. The ships are the green and gold things. The silver, blue, red is the frigate
What do I
that
need
is
to remind you about?
What do you need me to remind? What?
I'm not in front of my computer. Can't see
Oh.
the thing.
Right. You are 2 spaces in front of the in front of goon number 1. Goon number 2 and goon number 3 are 2 down from goon number 1 for goon 2, and then goon 3 is 3 to the right of that. So you're 2
So I
spaces
could
from an
do
enemy.
attack 2 and 1.
Yeah, you probably could.
All right.
There's a move there.
I'm gonna make. Go ahead and try and make the roll for.
What are their defense?
The roll for a strafe run.
Okay, roll 14 or better. And this is gonna roll you a total of 45 degrees that way. Do you want to turn your ship 45 degrees away from the enemies or towards the enemies? Probably towards, huh?
Yes, towards.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, had to fix the setting. Put me towards it, and then what was it? The 14 plus what's my modifier?
It's just your command modifier, and your command modifier is a +2, I believe.
All right.
Command, yep, +2.
That's an 18. I got an 18.
Okay.
I got an 18.
You succeed, definitely. So, let's see. The enemy on your
just go
left.
ahead and pop that. We're gonna pop that to a 22.
22. You definitely hit. How many of those are 6s? Out of curiosity.
I had 2 6s. That's why it went up to 22 for me.
So it's 18 damage. The first. Alright. So, how do you want to do this to the first ship?
No. I rolled a 16.
Okay.
Then +2
Okay.
for the +2 for my modifier.
Okay. So you
And
didn't
then
roll any 6s yet?
2 of my dice were D6 were 6s.
Okay. So you've gotten 2 crits, but then you're
Yes,
putting
I
that
got 2 crits.
into bonus. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Good.
because unless I'm making an attack roll, and if I'm making an attack roll and doing crit hits on that, then I just do the crit hit.
Okay.
That made very little sense, right?
Very little. I'm barely able to like understand what's going on. I think I get it though.
Okay. If it's
So in that
attack roll,
case,
then those 6s are critical hit.
okay, that's
If
good then.
they're non-attack rolls, then if they're non-attack rolls, then you add the extra 4, for each one extra 4 to the as a bonus.
It's an attack roll, so those are 2 crits. In which case, how do you want to blow this first guy up?
That'll do.
That'll do?
Yeah. I'm still here.
Okay. How are you taking out this first guy? Like, can I get a description, or are you just gonna let me sort of direct it?
Well, I can see. Huh? Check Heather's room. I can see where. I know where the guns are on the sides, right?
Yep, probably.
Goon number 1 sees a ship.
It's
here.
oh. Okay.
Swing. 5.
Mhm.
Fire.
Okay.
We'll fire all of its cannons at it,
Okay.
or at least all the ones on one side.
Okay. In which case,
And lands, like, brings that fire hit, and then stays ready to fire on the next ship.
okay. So that's the first guy gone. The first ship explodes and like
Of course.
things in the background.
With the dog. Really cute border collie.
We were talking about dogs apparently. So the first ship basically explodes in a burst of scrap and light. In which case you probably have 2 more ships to go before anything major goes on.
So it's Grim in a fighter then.
Grim is piloting the ship, but he has cannons on the front of the ship as part of the cabin. In which
Put that
case,
in the barn door.
everybody is inside the barn door right now. There are no fighters on the barn door right yet. I think that you probably have to spec in and buy one eventually. So everybody's basically got command of several cannons on board the ship, and Fall is probably using like a front-mounted cannon that sort of swivels around.
I like this idea.
From there, the next thing that comes up is going to be engineering. So I just need to think about what I'm doing here. Combat jump. Combat jump is probably going to move me 4 spaces. So Sirius is probably going to like patch into the comms, and he's basically just going to say, hold on to your hats. I'm going to roll 3d6. And what is that minus? That is minus CPU, which is only 2, so it needs to be a 12 or better to get through. His engineering is a total of 0, so that's weird. Here, okay. Hey, he actually pulls it off. So Sirius basically just says, hold on to your hats. You feel a pull, like a tug, and you move 4 spaces. That is 1, 2, 3. Okay, you collide with the fighter, like smash into the fighter. I'm gonna probably roll a couple points of damage for that, because that's probably gonna knock it out of the way.
I was about to say, can I make a command roll to, clip the fighter? And then kill it.
You're doing what to the fighter?
I would like to not damage the ship, especially if he's basically boosting us into the fighter.
Okay, yeah, just give me a command roll. Oh wait, no, my bad.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, 3d6 plus 2, right? Sorry, I keep forgetting that you're not, my mercy here.
16 plus... Sorry, 16 total?
16 total? You pull it off? So, I'm gonna say you're...
Well, I got a 14 plus a crit.
Okay,
so I'm
yeah.
gonna add the 2 on top.
You definitely make it then. At that point, what I'm gonna say is you probably stop, like, a space in front of it. So you probably, like, apply whatever boosters you have in reverse. Like, you probably, like, shut down the engines just before it reaches, and it stops just short. So that's 4 forward. Which means next up you've got operations, which means that that's probably going to be, what's her name? Celeste. She's gonna run scan. Roll 3d6. That is a 14, so she definitely gets that. Your next attack remore is going to be a 5 to 6 crit. Oh wait, no. What is the current thing? 5 to 6 crit already, so it's gonna be 4 to 5 crit, or like 4 to 6 crit, and that's gonna be again a locked on target. So next lock on we do. Yeah, if we lock on to the next target, then that's gonna basically end up being... Oh wait, no, you can do that just straight up. So probably what you would be able to do. This doesn't even have a lock on. Oh, it has a lock on plus 4. So I think what that would probably mean is you would use an action to, like, your first of 2 actions to basically lock onto the target, which means you roll your 3d6 plus 4, and then you get another plus 1 with that. Because this is a very complicated description, and I think that's basically as close as I'm going to get to the actual thing. Otherwise, I literally have no freaking clue how this is going to go.
That's fair.
So, got to roll 3d6 plus 4 then.
Yep. Well, +5 actually.
I'm using volley.
Okay, you're using volley, attack of the battery, shield damage +1, may roll once per weapon. Okay, so that's versus its defense. Roll me
I've got
14 or
3
better.
batteries.
Oh,
I've got 3 batteries, haven't I? So I can actually do 2 shots in this go if I wanted.
yeah, okay, fair enough.
But obviously the other shot won't be with the +5. It's straight up 3d6 plus gun reaction, so it's actually +6.
Shit. Jesus. What? What's happening? Grim?
Sorry, I scared my girlfriend
Oh,
on accident.
I was very confused for a minute there. Oh shit, you don't actually pull it off. Wow, that's 2 natural 1s and a 2. Holy shit. So, Remor's probably gonna like... Oop,
The gun backfires basically in my face.
I'm gonna do this for a quick second. Just so I can focus. So basically, Remor's gonna lock onto the target. He's gonna try and take a shot. The target like zips out of the way, like does like a little barrel roll, and all the shots miss. And he probably comes back into normal, and he's probably gonna wait nearby. I'm gonna unmute now. Cool, we're good. I'm having a bit of a hard time focusing, right? It's my bad for being relatively easily distracted.
It's too...
I've got 5 second body at the ship then.
Second volley, go for it.
+1. 12.
12. You also missed that one. So that one's probably going to get a little bit closer, but again, it's probably going to like duck out of the way. In that case, it's back up to the top of the round. Fall, you have all of your other rolls again. You have full... Oh, wait, no. Oh, right. Yeah, sorry, my bad. It's up to goon number 3. So goon number 3 is probably going to do a full burn to rotate 45 degrees. So he's going to roll a 3d6. 3d6. Oh, what? Oh, okay. I am very flustered. I don't know how this works very well. Okay, so he moves 45 degrees forward. At that point, he's probably going to... He's going to do a combat jump, which means he's going to crash into his friend. Oh wait, no, that's not right. That's a terrible idea. Sure. I'm gonna do... He's probably gonna do scan. His CPU isn't really the greatest, but he's probably just gonna use that anyways. 10. I'm gonna re-roll that one. That's a natural 6. Natural 6. Re-rolling another one. That's 3 natural 6s. So, shit. Wow. So that's 18. He definitely pulls it off. So his next attack is going to be having a +1 against you guys. From there, it's going to be back up to the front of the round. Goon 1's already dead. Goon 2 then. So Goon 2 is right next to you guys. First thing he's immediately going to do is he is going to use a strafe run, which means that that is a 45-degree turn for him. He needs to be versus your defense. Barn Door's defense is... Jesus, this is a lot of work. 13, so 3d6 versus defense. Fair enough. He doesn't pull it off. So the small fighter like comes up to you guys on your side. It like sweeps to the right, and several shots spring out. Most of them miss you guys or bounce off your armor. Your fractal shields probably proc, and some of the energy blasts basically get absorbed into the shield. And there's like a little flash of light that sort of ripples out from the shield as it hits. The fighter's probably gonna like drop back out of range again and sort of hover. From there, it's gonna be the barn door again. Fall.
Okay. How close am I to?
You're right next to one. Like 45 degrees off, but you're right next to one. Yep.
Can I fire guns at them?
Yes. Rotate 45 degrees, and that's versus defense. So that's me slash roll 3d6 plus 2. I'll do this one for you. Just because I am close by. 17 you've done, and you rolled a natural 6. Do you want to re-roll a dice, or do you want to add plus 2 to that? You've got a 4, a 5, and a 6.
Just add the extra 2.
Okay, so that's 19 to hit.
Wait, this is an attack. I was about to say, is this an attack roll?
This is an attack roll, yep.
Then that's a crit hit.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, that's probably going to deal a total of 9 damage to you, which means that fighter is going to take 6 damage, but his shields are gone, so that's 8.
Alright. Like, engineering, you up? Hello?
Hello? Hello? I'm here.
Hello? We lost him. Oh no.
Try gone. Hello?
Hello, I'm here.
Huh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Where'd Chad go?
I don't know. He just went.
Right. Some minor issues going on, guys. My bad. Should be fine for part 2 now. But yeah, for the most part, we're still in the middle of combat. We've got Grim, who's on push to talk, and Remor is dying because apparently I sound like a beast from his worst nightmares right now. I personally am getting a little bit bored of combat, but I'm thinking that for the most part, things should be good if we just soldier through it. I really am sorry about this. There's just a lot of technical difficulties that goes on in this. Oh, jeez. That might also be a thing. But yeah. So, continuing on, we start at the top of the combat order. Fall, are you still there?
Oh.
I think he's actually dropped.
Still here.
Oh, no, you're still here? What are you going to be doing? Full burn, maneuver, direct crew, or strafe? You're firing on one ship, right?
Do I need to maneuver to fire on that ship with the side battery cannons?
Nope, you're directly in front, but if you move 45 degrees to the left, you should be facing him. It's just that you're facing slightly off to the left right now.
Alright, then I'll do that.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna play more things because I need to have music constantly playing apparently, because that is how I am. I'm gonna roll with your command, which is +2 versus defense. So that's a 14 to hit. Damn. And then that's +2, so that's actually a 14. So you hit him again. That's gonna actually probably kill this ship, if I am right. This gun deals 5 normal shield damage. Oh, never mind. So it's on 3 HP, which means that basically Fall's probably going to take a shot at it. It's going to deflect off the ship. This ship is looking really bad now. It's not in a good place by any means. For the most part, it should only take one more shot to kill it. From there, it's going to go into engineering. So I'm probably going to give Remore +1, which is 14 minus my power. Power, yeah. So that's going to be 12 or better. Oops, are they easy? That's 3d6 plus 0, because he is an engineer. So I'm going to re-roll that natural 1. So that bumps it up to a 13, which means that I actually successfully do it. So, Remore, we are going to take 5 shield damage, which is not good, but you are going to get a +1 strong hit on the next roll that you make. So you are now at a 4 to 6 strong hit on your next gunnery roll. From there, I'm probably going to roll for scan, which is a 3d6 with a 14 to minus CPU, so that's an... Oh god, that fails. So for the most part, you don't get a boost on your attack. And then it's probably down to you. What are you going to be doing? Preparation, volley, lead the target, or bombard?
I'm going to do 2 volleys and 1 reload.
2 volleys and 1 reload. Jesus. Okay. Yep. Give me 2 attacks with the battery versus the ship's defense.
What plus am I using?
Plus your gunnery. Oh, shit. I might need to go and be right back as well. Again, because I need to use the bathroom. Ah! Right. You get a hit on the ship, which means you should deal a total of 9 more damage. So that's going to kill that ship. So, Remore, you're probably... I mean, how do you want to do this? Remore?
Yeah, it's 16. That's 16 now.
Yep. How do you want to take down this ship in particular?
Literally just blow its cockpit to bits.
Okay, so there is like Remore like sitting inside the cockpit, this tiny little bubble on the side of the ship with like it made out of titanium with a single glass inset that's like bulletproof, and then he's got the little cannon, and he sights up, he tracks and targets the ship, and there's a single like ping, like a popping noise, and the entire glass part of the cockpit on that fighter jet just explodes. The person inside is literally vaporized instantaneously, and then it's just red mist. Gone. You got 1 more ship, and then you've got the frigate. The last ship is going to make a combat jump, because that seems to be the thing that makes the most logical sense. That's 14 minus CPU, so that's 3d6. I'm going to say it's probably an 11 or better. Ooh. Right. That's going to be a natural 6, natural 6. And, oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. My bad. That's a 2. So that's going to be 14. That succeeds. So he's going to jump forwards 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to make a volley attack, which is versus your defense. 3d6 versus a defense of 13. Natural 6. Roll 1d6. That's another natural 6 slash roll 1d6. I don't know why I'm getting so many criticals here. I am not cheating in any way, and I hope you realize that. Right. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 to hit. So, what's going to happen is you guys are going to feel a heavy banging noise, and there is going to be several sparks. The ship goes dark for a couple of seconds. For Fall, you probably feel... you probably see a bunch of warning lights come on your side of the screen. It's going to say shields are down, and it's probably also going to say heavy damage taken. It dealt 8 damage to you, which lowers your shields to 2. From there, it's going to be back up to you guys. Fall, are you going to be doing any command rolls? Full burn, maneuver, direct crew, or strafe, rather. Oop, is Fall there? Has Fall disappeared again? Oh god. Well, in the name of speed.
Sorry, I'm working on it.
Okay.
I was trying to get my headphones connected back up.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm like, wait, hold up. Oh boy, this is bad. All right, what are you gonna be doing? Full burn, maneuver, direct crew, strafe?
How close am I to the ship?
You're right next to it again. If combat jumped up to you to get a hit on you.
Turn to let the cannons.
Okay. You're doing what?
Time to get the cannons a shot.
Yep, you're gonna do strafe again.
Mm-hmm.
Slash roll 3d6 versus 14. Natural 14. You get a natural 6 there, so I'd say you probably destroy it. Wait, no, that's a set of 2, so that's gonna be a total of 9 damage. Okay, yeah. So there's another shot from Fall. This thing takes some heavy damage, so that's 0. That's 6 damage to this thing, which means that it's at 8 again. It'll take 1 more major shot to cripple her. Which means that probably the other 2 people are going to focus on doing patch job. So the thing that I am probably going to do as Sirius is I'm going to do patch job, which basically regenerates our shields. Wait, no. What is it that allows me to regen shields? Damage control. Okay. So I'm going to make a roll. 3d6. That's going to be an 8. I fail. Wait, no. 12 minus crew. I have how many crew? 4 crew. So that's 11, 10, 9, 8. I actually just pass it. So I regenerate all of our shields. So our shields is back up to 10. Doop, doop, doop. 10. From there, armor versus boarding. So you actually gain a point of armor. Or we gain a point of armor. And probably 1 on fire effect, but we aren't currently on fire. Right. And then from there, it's going to be over to operations. Operations is probably going to do a locked on effect. So that's rolling another 3d6. And I'm going to say probably going to give her a +1 to this. That's a 10. She succeeds. So, Remor, you get what, +1 locked on with this? What are you going to be doing?
Fire another 2 volleys.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Just bombarding them.
Fair enough. Give me 2 battery attacks.
Is there any lock-on pluses?
It's gonna be +6 total for you.
Yeah, is that including the gunnery?
Plus your gunnery.
So 6 plus gunnery.
Oh wait, no, 5 plus gunnery.
Yeah, that's there. Okay,
So I'm gonna say
1 again.
Yep. That's bloody insane.
Oh god.
Right.
That's 2
So
critical hits.
yeah. How do you want to finish this?
Which ship is it? This one right in front of us?
Yep, just one right in front of us. Fucking
Yeah,
idiot
so
combat
this
jumped into
one-
you.
The batteries on this side and this side. This
Okay.
fire out and smash into the ship from both sides.
Okay.
Crushing it in the middle.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, you hear like on your comms chatter, probably there's like a slight buzz and there's just like a Wilhelm scream and the ship just blows itself to pieces. So, you guys have successfully probably defended this thing. I'm gonna say at this point, we're gonna get into part 2 shortly, but for now, I am just going to be right back. I need to use the bathroom and probably also just take a minute to to get refocused. Give me a minute, guys. Boop and boop, boop. Right, yeah, again, I literally need you to... Greenmore, why?
I'm here.
Why? Oh. Okay. Let's see. That was really fucking monotonous and boring. I'm not doing ship combat again for a while. Yeah, okay. Alright, welcome back. That was a really monotonous and boring fight, so I'm not doing ship combat again for a long, long time. Remind me. For the most part, from there on, I just need to set the mood again and put on music. So the way that that's probably gonna go
Yeah, I'm not
is...
sure we're gonna take on this ship. Too big.
You probably don't want to because its HP is 700 and its shields are 200.
Yeah, let's run away.
It's not an enemy, though. This is the ship that you guys were defending there.
Oh.
So... They...
Hold it there and see if it survives this.
You're probably actually at that point going to get a comms hail. And probably the first thing that's gonna happen is... actually no, Fall, how do you wanna react to this? Fall, are you there?
You want how to react to the attack?
How do you react to getting a comms hail? Because you've probably just gotten a comms hail for beating these guys.
I'll take it.
Let me check and see how...
Hail.
Okay. Hello. Good to see that you guys took these things down. We had them come aboard as people from corporate lands similar to ours. They claimed that they were nostalgic, looking for a taste of home. We had them buying ingredients and food from us for a whole of about half an hour, and then once you warped into into the sector, we had them basically make an excuse, start to move away, and then the ship's blown up. We've sealed the entire ship, like the what's it called? Spaceport. We sealed our inner spaceport, our hull. There's a series of bombs on our ship though. They're counting down now as we speak. I've been given a detector, but there are too many. I'm gonna need a few extra hands. Can I get your guys' help? There's a slight bit of desperation.
No. DM, you're asking us to go onto the ship and
yes,
try to
defuse a few bombs. Yes.
Yeah. I told them bomb this. Oh.
As I said, how good are you guys at defusing bombs?
No, we are not. Not a million years.
Sorry, are you saying like actively like no, I'm not gonna do that, or I just need to make sure I know what you guys are saying here?
Ooh, yeah, we are getting out of this system for that thing blows up.
Right.
And then we can come back and loot its corpse.
Wow. Okay.
He can't hear any of the things.
Yeah.
He can't hear any of the things that Reem was saying.
This on a It's on a side channel, I would say.
Yeah, there's probably like there's probably like just generally like nothing on your end until you say anything.
Yeah. We're not going on this ship. No way. The risk is too great for us. The rewards are quite high, it does blow.
I mean, we could get some kind of big reward for saving a corpse ship and maybe get some of the heat off of us.
But what chances is my can defuse all the bombs and us getting off that ship before it does blow up if we don't defuse the bombs? Like, do you want to sacrifice the entire crew of the barn door plus the barn door just to save one corpse ship?
Ooh.
I'd say the risk is
That's
too
the
great.
person who's a murder hobo most of the time.
Yeah. But this is saving my own
Just
ship
by
here.
the by.
Yeah, a little weird.
No, I'm more thinking we might be able to get some of the heat off of us from corpse space. We might be able to hide there for a minute.
I know,
but on
but
top
this
of that,
is pretty It's a pretty big.
But on top
ship,
of that,
though.
if we defuse the bombs, right, we won't have to worry about getting off the ship in time.
Have you seen the size of this ship though? Like, almost like the entire thing for bombs. It's gonna take more than a day.
Rebor, can I get you to make me an intelligence roll?
Easy 6 plus 1. 4. Ooh,
Right.
I fail this.
How do you have a +4?
Oh.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, I've got 4 intelligence.
You have the slight realization that he did say that he has a probe for bombs. Like, he was given a detector, but he was only given one.
Exactly.
You get the feeling that it was probably just an insult to injury type thing, rather than I genuinely want to help you.
No, it can scan the entire ship. Like, seriously, compared to the Bandor, a behemoth, it was a citadel in space, basically. There is no way we're going over to such like. I mean, I could give an intelligent guess at what there might be, like around the reactors and stuff, but I doubt we could search the entire thing. Unless we were going to, like, you know, intelligently try and figure out where they were. You know, to blow up the entire ship, you'd have to put them like in the.
Honestly, I'm kind of having trouble hearing what Remore's saying.
He's basically saying he's making some good points, but basically the gist is, how the heck are we gonna search a ship this big within this time?
Yeah, I'm just kind of mind dumping on this really, because if they're gonna blow up the ship, they're gonna need to put them at points where it's gonna create a big enough blast to destroy the entire thing. It's not point like put them on the outer hull like here. You don't want to put them near like the engines and the reactors. And especially up here near the command deck. If you're going to destroy a ship, that's where I'd put them.
Okay, I'm moving something real quick.
I'm going to roll a d6. Right.
But I am listening.
Wow. Okay. You guys got it easy, by the way.
So just out of world, quickly, how do these ships work, like reactors and stuff?
So,
I was thinking that if they just shut down all the reactors and stuff, maybe it would stop the blast from having as much damage.
so in essence, what I've basically, or give me a minute, I need to write one more location to this. Give me a moment. Right. So basically the way that the reactors and ships like this work in this world, you have an intelligence of 4. I think you probably know about these. The reactors in corporate frigates are built off of like a cryogenic thermonuclear type thing. So basically like it's using steam generated from a cryo chamber, like something that would normally be used to put somebody to sleep, mixing with like the heat from a melting or fissioning nuclear reactor, and they're combining with each other to create enough steam to generate enough energy to keep the ship going. There is usually like one central room in the center of this ship, right around where that red dot is in the very middle of that frigate. And usually that is just a giant, like 500 by 500 square foot sauna room with the central reactor right in the middle of it. You have an environmental adaptation suit, so you could probably get in there without melting. But it would get very, very hot. You could probably only be in there for a couple of minutes at a time.
And there's also probably a bomb in there as well.
Probably. If you wanted to destroy this place, you'd put the bomb either in the cryogenics chamber or inside the actual nuclear fission reactor. You'd probably also put it on a timer rather than like a vibration explosive, because otherwise it would just instantaneously blow the ship to pieces with you on it.
How do we know how much longer is on this timer?
Usually these bombs start their timer on a trigger, and usually those triggers are set via like pretty much any means. There are tripwires probably somewhere on the ship, or there's some kind of like remote button push, or once somebody dies.
Thinking dead man switch on the fighters we just destroyed.
Possibly.
Okay. Well, since I've got the environmental suit, I'm gonna go across and try and help.
Oh, you are? You're gonna use a void suit?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my void suit that I've got.
Okay, so
I'm going to cross across.
Fall, how close do you want to get into this, by the way? Are you gonna be bringing the ship in and docking straight up, or are you just gonna let Remore in?
I'm just gonna do a void space jump from my ship to theirs.
Jeez,
I'll get close enough so that way they can make it, so Greg can make it safely.
Okay.
Then move out of blast range.
You're gonna be probably moving right around here, then. You're gonna move perpendicular to the ship. Que, can you give me a movement roll with advantage?
6. Movement is, oh, I've got 2.
Oh shit. This is with advantage, so as long as you do well in this. 15? You make it. So Que, do you want to describe this, or shall I describe it? How many of these spare time points do you want?
Basically, with getting to the ship, I'm going to basically jump in the airlock now.
Okay.
Keep the airlock pressurized, and then open the outer door so it shoots me across.
Okay.
Basically, I'm not kind of taking forever to float across the freaking thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And that way I just kind of shoot from the barn door over to theirs pretty quick.
Okay, so using it like a pressure
before-
cannon.
Yeah, and before hitting the side of their ship, I'm going to kind of use air control thruster on my suit.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna give you a spare time point for that. Right, what this is gonna need to do now is I'm gonna start playing this. I need to pull up a timer, guys.
Uh-oh.
A literal, real-life timer. You have 30 minutes on the clock. Start.
Okay, I'm assuming that the guy's going to meet me at the airlock.
Yep.
Valve's been telling me what's going on.
So the airlock's gonna open up immediately. There's gonna be a man standing there, sort of twiddling his thumbs, looking a little bit flustered. He wears a military-style captain's uniform with like a dark blue hat with like golden tassels on it. He looks at you. He notes your Nephilim appearance. He sort of has like a moment of revulsion, and then he quickly swallows it. And he's like, "Right. We have, from what we can tell, we have a total of 8 bombs. There are a couple of them in key locations. We've already taken down a total of 5 of them, but we have 3 that are unaccounted for. They could be anywhere on the ship right now."
We cleared the reactor room?
We've cleared... none of us have void suits like yours. None of us have environmental adaptation systems. We can't get in there without severe preparation. It would take us about over an hour to get all of our gear together. And in that time, the bombs are going to go off. We need somebody with actual capabilities in order to get in there and defuse it.
Okay, right.
There's one being detected from the cabin as well, but we don't know where exactly.
Right.
The other one's completely
give me the
unaccounted for.
scanner.
What?
Yeah. Give me the scanner and the reactor access code.
Yes.
You go find the one in the cockpit.
Yes, understood. And he sort of he pulls out what looks like a jerry-rigged like communication tablet, but the whole thing is basically just black, and there's like a infrared like view coming off of it that's like in red and black and white, and there is like a timer on the screen that shows 28 minutes and 6 seconds.
Okay.
There is a little directional arrow too.
I am going to leg it to the reactor room.
Okay, so I am going to pause this, cancel it. There is 17 minutes on the clock. You make it to the reactor room. The reactor is covered in, like, there, you cannot see the reactor room through the blast door. The blast door itself is large, like, sort of octagonal. There is a single, like, fogged up piece of blast glass, and it is just fogged completely up, but you can see a blue glow, and so like a red and blue glow coming from like further down into the hallway. This is about 200 meters in. Steam and water are like pooling up from the ground, from what you can tell, and there's like several, like, you're in a room right now with lockers filled with like nuclear radiation suits, and there's like a big warning on the door in corporate that reads, "Nuclear radiation. Keep out if not wearing environmental pressure suit."
Okay, I'm gonna punch in the core reactor room door enter.
Okay. The door slides open. Instantly mist starts to pool into the room, so you probably need to step in there real quick and close the door.
Yeah.
Instantaneously, the pressure readings on your suit and the temperature readings on your suit spike and drop dramatically. It is nearly negative 200 degrees Celsius in this room. And the pressure reading reads like, if you take off your suit, you're going to die. Like, you're going to be crushed to death. There is high pressure jets of steam that are like coming off of the floor occasionally too, and those read like over 500 degrees Celsius. And you're needing to step through like really carefully and search through. Can I get you to give me an awareness roll?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
10.
10. Remore? I'm afraid you don't find it. I'm gonna cancel, take away 2 more minutes.
Another one?
12 minutes. Yep, give me another roll.
There we go, 16.
You find it. So, you are searching through the main reactors, and right where this blue glass is, there's a small package underneath one of the reactors. It is like beeping, and there's like a yellow countdown timer. It reads 11:31 on it. There's like a shutdown switch on it on the back of the package, but something in you tells you not to touch it. There is a single simple combination padlock on the back of the panel, and there's also another panel on it that says backup, that says how many strong are we?
What's that?
How many strong are we?
Idea. Okay, let's try and defuse this bomb then.
Give me an intelligence check. 10 minutes on the clock, boys. 15? 3.
One sec.
There were 3 fighter jets that you engaged.
Okay, there's 2. So, 3.
Yes. You enter in 3?
Yeah, there's 3.
There's a click and the bomb shuts down.
Great.
I'm adding a total of 2 minutes to your countdown timer. You get a blip on your rigged up data pad, and it says diffused 1, only 2 more to go. And there's like a there's like a cocky, there's a skull on the screen that sort of flashes, and it sort of has like a little laughter thing going on, and then it just dissipates into like pixelated triangles. Okay. And then you have another marker.
Let's roll another awareness.
Another awareness?
20.
Give me a go. Oh, nice. Okay. The marker leads to the kitchens, like the main soup kitchen for the ship.
Right.
It would take you about 3 minutes to get there.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna dash over?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna cancel. I'm gonna take down 3 minutes. You're on 10 minutes on the clock. So you get into the kitchen. There, the door is unsealed. There are like pots and pans and food like spilled all over the tables and all over the floor. Like it looks like people were in a rush to get the fuck out of here. Your data pad is reading that one of the bombs is inside of a pot of soup.
Oh god. Well, I'm going to pull the bomb out of the soup. I'm wearing an environmental soup shirt. It shouldn't hurt me.
Okay. The temperature reading spikes to nearly 200 degrees Celsius, but you just dunk your hand in. I'm gonna need to have you take 5 points of endurance damage, as the suit actually bubbles as you touch it. You pull the bomb out of this stew. It has several exposed wires, and they are sparking.
Oh god.
I need you to make me a... Oh god, let me see. Give me an electronics roll.
3D. Yeah. Plus 2. Ooh.
18. Good. Okay. There is a, like, moment where you see these wires and you cover them. Like, you find some, like, cloth and you cover them and wipe them down. The bomb vibrates and then there's nothing. And then a single point on the screen shows up with a single triangle and a goal. There is a few dots on the screen and it basically just says... give me a moment. I need to pause the calculator while I think of something. How many right? How strong north?
How many right? How many north? Why are we up against the freaking Riddler here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll an intelligence on this.
Sure.
Wait.
It was out of character knowledge,
20.
by the way. So, out of character, these fighters have 14 defense. And how many of us? You already know the answer to that. So I'm not going to answer it again. Right?
14-3.
14-3. You move the character on the screen 14 to the right, and you move it 3 up. It locks into place. There's like a shift on the screen, and now it's just a standard maze. It will take you about a minute to clear. Unless you give me a programming roll.
Programming is... Okay, let's go for program roll.
Right. 10. It takes you an extra 30 seconds. Pause. Cancel. 6 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay, do another awareness roll then. See for the next bomb.
Right. So, you find the next one. It's in the captain's cabin. It'll take you 3 minutes to get there. You'll be on 3 minutes and 20 seconds to defuse this bomb.
Right, okay.
You dash over there.
Yep.
Pause, cancel, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. You make it to the captain's cabin. The bomb is relatively easily sighted, right underneath his chair. However, this thing is a massive tangle of red, white, black, and yellow wires. There is a sinister looking skull icon on the front of the bomb, and it says, "1 left. You found me. Now, figure it out on your own." And a 3-minute countdown timer starts.
Let's roll intelligence on this.
Sure.
17.
17. The wires are separated into categories. There are 3 red wires, 4 green wires, 2 blue wires, and a yellow wire. On the screen, there is a single riddle that says, red you hurt me, green I hurt you, yellow hurts us both.
Okay. Let's roll electronics on this then, see what happens.
Sure.
Oh.
This is close. Okay, you managed to separate out the wires. It seems like red would be a good idea, but at the same time, it seems like red hurts me doesn't make much sense because it probably means you're going to blow up the bomb. Yellow hurts us both makes a lot more sense, but it probably means the ship will go up as well as you. Green makes sense. Green hurts you though. So how does green hurt you exactly? I don't know.
I have a new plan.
Hmm.
I'm assuming in the captain's cabin there is an airlock.
There is.
I'm going to go up the airlock.
There is a minute left on the bomb. Cancel?
Yeah, I'm going up the airlock.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. So,
Yeah, I'm going up the airlock.
you jump out the airlock into space. You have 20 seconds left on your timer. Can I get you you hang on to the bars? You have 15 seconds left.
I am kicking this bomb into space.
Okay, give me a strength roll.
3d6 plus 4.
3, 2,
Please don't
1.
kill me.
Pause.
Oh, 1 sec. 3d6. There we go.
Holy shit. You chuck the bomb. There is a moment where it floats off into space, and about 30 seconds out, or like 30 meters out, it explodes. I need you to make me a movement roll.
Movement 2.
Right. You rolled a 2?
No,
Oh.
I rolled 19.
Holy shit. Right.
Because you can't roll a 2 in this.
There is a, like, extremely bright flash of light, Remore, and you feel your hands start to slip from the side of the ship, but you manage to cling on just enough and lock your feet around the actual bars. You feel your hands get blown away, and you are hanging by your feet from a series of bars in open space. However, you are alive. You have defused all the available bombs. Fuck my life. That was really, really good.
I defused 2.
You defused a total of 2. The third one was the one that got you. And I actually made that deliberately impossible to complete.
Nothing's impossible for me.
Everything below... everything that you could have done to those wires would have killed you either way. Yellow...
Wait, what was that? I missed that.
Yellow would have triggered a cluster bomb. Green would have triggered the bomb itself to go off. And red would have just straight up blown the ship up. Like, it would have actually activated, like, a concentrated, like, fission reaction from inside the bomb. It would just blown the entire thing to pieces.
So it was a trick question.
Yes, it is a trick question.
And my reaction was probably the right one. Kick it out of the freaking airlock.
Yep. Roughly. Right.
I think that name fits now. Quite the Unkillable.
Yeah, I am going to give you a title eventually, one day.
Grim, you still here?
Grim?
Yes, I'm still here.
That was intense.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
You can't kill me.
I'm not actually intentionally trying to kill you. You're the one who's thrown yourself into the dangerous situations.
I said don't go on the ship, but I know that, Grim would have berated me for not going on the ship. and then I have to put up with that for the next 5 sessions. That's what, you know, try and help.
Fair enough, fair
To
enough.
be fair, I was probably the worst person to go on that ship.
You're one of actually the better ones, because you had the environmental pressure suit, and you're the only one who uses that. If Sirius had gone on, he's short and sort of slow. If Fall had gone on, maybe she would have been able to take care of the bombs quicker, but she doesn't have the environmental suit. And also, I'm thinking that maybe nuclear radiation might mess with her farm.
Yeah.
Or the cube, one of two ways. If the cube explodes, then it's game over. So, right. So, getting back into an actual mood again. Finding before the storm, I guess. The captain comes out into the main bridge. He finds you hanging off of the ladder and sort of extends a hand out of the airlock. Probably has a proper pressure suit on at this point.
Go grab us one.
He'll pull you in. He'll look at you, sort of half gratefully. He'll be like, I really do appreciate this. That would have killed all of us. Easily. Instantly. I don't think I had enough time to rush around here. My thanks are in order. We are not just traders. We're part of what's called the Silver Tongue Company. We're one of the main corporation trading organizations out of Alabaster. I am the head of the entire organization. It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Glad we could help you out.
Yeah, well, if I had died in open space, I don't think the rest of my employees would be too pleased with me. How... I would appreciate it if you didn't murder me immediately after all that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We'll try not to.
Yeah. Do you wish to get some work for the Silver Tongue Company?
That would be most appreciated, yes.
I would appreciate the help myself. He's gonna reach into, like, his pressure suit, and he's gonna take out basically, like, what looks like, almost like, you know, like this, you know what happens when you have, like, a game console that's just, like, the motherboard and the screen and a couple buttons? Like, you know what I mean, right? The hacky sort of half-built thing. It looks like that, but professionally done, and just like a single sliver card that's about the size of a credit card with a screen on it. And it says, Silver Tongue Initiative Black Market. He hands it to you, turns it on. It says, Welcome Initiate, current influence, 3 points. He looks at you and grins. He's like, this gets you access to any corporate market in the entire sector. Depending on how many jobs you do for the Silver Tongue Company, we can get you anything you need. Depending on how high up rank you are in our company, we can get you higher and higher level weaponry, higher and higher level knowledge, books, items, anything you need. And he sort of gives like a half grin, and he's like, currently you're at the initiate stage. You need another 4 or 5 influence with us before you can really rank up. But for now, you can get yourself some pretty decent low-level gear for a couple hundred credits at best. Maybe it would cost you 800 normally, but at this point, it would cost you 300. Either way, use some of that influence and you can get your hands on a few items for totally free. That's another good thing about us. Can you get your foreign as well over here? We have one more thing we might want to give you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hail
Oh,
Do I hear that over comms?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Probably.
hail you over comms aboard the ship.
Okay, I go ahead and I come aboard the ship. And
Okay.
come aboard. Hail and well met.
He's gonna nod. He's gonna be like, Hail, I've dealt with your kind before. You're good people. You ferry the Zhao around the galaxy. That's something that not a lot of races will willingly do in good spirit. That's something that has my respect. About whatever reward I was promising you guys. See, our trade goods right now are quite valuable. We're talking gems and crystals and very high value items. We're carrying them through the Monopoly Belt and towards Haven. We were going to be dealing with the government on that planet, but now after hearing about what's been going on, I think we're probably going to be going to Cerberus, or Cerberus rather. I think the Legion might have more use for monetary wealth right now than Haven does. And he sort of gives like a half grin, and he's like, I do have other weapons, of course, but those are the bulk of our goods. I'm willing to give you guys about 3 trade goods worth of gems. Quite a bit of money, but it could get you also some pretty significant upgrades at a spaceport, anything else that you might really need. It's a good deal. And I can also give you this. And he holds up like a data chip with like a location data on it. This is the location of the bastards who attacked us. If you take them down, you can get every other freighter's goods that they've raided so far.
I mean, I'm down for that, but also, well, I mean, that sounds considerable and sounds like it'd be fun. Can I see that chip? Can I see that chip, Quest?
Go ahead. Yeah, for on the trip. You go.
I start looking at it just because
Okay.
like I don't like it looks interesting to me.
It's just like
interesting to me, but
it's built like a Game Boy Micro almost, like in terms of design style. You can flick through it, and basically there's like 300 pages of items. There's too much to sort through right now, but if you ask for anything in particular, you could probably just do a search.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Otherwise, I think he's basically just gonna like give like a nod. He's like, does that sound like acceptable payment?
Yep.
Understood. Hey boys, get the cargo out. And like there's like a sort of couple moments where there's nobody there, and then several people like appear carrying like hover trolleys, and there are 3 like large crates marked fragile and valuable on them, and they sort of just load them off onto the or they like sort of leave the hover trolleys there, and he's like, need me to ferry those in, or do you have your own crew?
We have our own crew.
I call the crew.
Okay.
Yo, we need somebody to get some cargo.
5 or 6 people come off of the barn door and sort of move over. They start loading whatever crates are there onto the ship, and like one of them sort of cracks it open, and like he immediately just gets this greedy look in his eyes, but he looks back at you guys and sort of like and then he just sort of closes it and keeps going.
Because after having like hung out with him for a while, he knows what I can do.
Yeah, probably. There's like yeah. These people were on the verge of piracy before you came up to them, and now they're just like, we don't really want to fuck with anything, you know? Just casual observation, right? So, yeah, fair enough. You guys have basically tamed him at this point. Domestication of the dog. So, for the most part, other than that, he's just gonna basically sit around, answer any questions that you guys have about Haven, and from there, just let you guys go. This is what I had planned for this current session. I have the starts of second session planned out regarding that location data. Are you guys gonna do anything before we go? It is still a shopkeeper. It could probably help out. No? Okay. Remore?
Yeah, just kind of mostly just looking for repairs for the ship for the battle, really.
Anything of specific
Oh.
interest?
That's what we need to do. We also need to scavenge the ship we blew up as well.
Right.
Parts left up from that.
There'll probably be like a couple salvagers sent out. I'm gonna say that you guys gain a total of... Ooh, how much money do pirates have on their ship? I need to roll a d20 for you guys. And I'm gonna multiply that by 100. Actually, no, I'm gonna do a d10 multiplied by 100. So it could be 800, could be 1,000 per ship, could be multiple. So that's me 1,200 credits total. So that is a resource and 200 credits. So gain 1 spare time point and 1 resource. Split that amongst yourselves.
Like a good idea?
Probably a good idea. And then probably the captain will look at Remore and he's gonna say, I can help you with some of the repairs on your ship. It's a small thing. We probably have some spare scrap. It's a Kaltoran ship, so it's probably put together.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's probably piecemeal. Alright. He says like...
He said he might have something that interests me.
Oh, no, that was what I think he meant like the valuables on board.
Well, yeah, because I like pretty things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sam's your girl's best friend.
Basically. So from there, is there anything in particular what you want to do to the ship, Remore? I'm gonna let you have any one 14T item or less on this thing.
Should we have any weapon upgrades for
You've got an artillery, but if you want to uninstall it and do a equivalent cost of like 5 resources and then a like 14 spare time item, I'm willing to do that.
Yeah.
Look through the book and tell me after session because it's gonna go on a little while if we don't. In that case,
I have the book in front of me.
oh, you do. You literally have the book open. Okay.
You just flick down to the weapon.
Okay. You're gonna have to uninstall the artillery, so I'm gonna give you 5 resources plus to whatever you have.
Spacecraft weapons. There we go. Oh yeah, we can't actually board ships until we get the boarding
crew.
party.
Right. I didn't actually know that, you know?
Yeah.
I like to think that it's like a special type of gear, like a riot gear that you outfit your crew with. And you basically just have like hand-selected crewmen that go around and do that stuff for you.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea what living weapon does because it just sounds really bad. It's like minus.
It's
1.
really scary. Well, living weapon, you can actually like heal it through feeding it food. And I believe you can also use your biotech roll to heal it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good for a Nephilim.
Sounds like a Salem weapon.
It is.
I'm gonna get the bile weapon actually. The bile weapon.
Bioweapon. Okay.
Yeah, it says bile, like vomit.
Oh, bile. Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
biotech burning.
Yeah, that's scary.
Does that add also onto my gun reroll, biotech roll?
I believe it also technically sets the ship on fire.
Mm.
So that's pretty good. I think that's a modifier though, isn't it? It's not a direct weapon.
It's like 1, yeah. That's a variation to 1.
Oh yeah. If do you want to take like an
Weapons
actual
have that
weapon?
on.
Or?
Where is that actually? Where is the actual weapon for it?
I've given you.
Weapon modifications, henchman traits, skill variations.
So the actual artillery itself is
there it
a
is.
crack improved modified. So I've given it 2 modifiers. For the most part, it's not really all that great.
Oh, am I looking at the wrong thing? That's what I'm doing.
Ah, that explains it.
It's in the off my sheet thing. Yeah, I'm being stupid. I am being stupid. This sheet.
While we do all of this, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Wow, that's not great. I'm just going to head off. So thanks for watching, folks. We're going to come back next Saturday, next Sunday if you guys are around, or maybe next Wednesday. I'm not sure which. Depends on what you guys decide. In either case, feel free to follow the channel and you will be notified when we go live. Also, following the channel right now helps me especially because if I can get my hands from 40 followers to 50, I can start doing, I think, emotes on the channel, which is pretty nice. And I believe also ads start supporting us as a direct group. So it will help all of us out pretty heavily. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you guys later. Keep your heads down and prepare for further orders.